What is going on, everyone, and welcome to Kart 63. My name is Ben. Thank you very much for stopping by. I really do appreciate you guys clicking on every link that I put out there, finding my channel on YouTube and being like, hey man, I want to know what he has to say on that subject. Real quick, before we get into the video, if you didn't mind hitting a like sometime during this video, that'd be super supportive of the channel. It really helps me out. And if you're new here, welcome. And if you didn't mind hitting the subscribe button, you new people, and become part of the family that is Kart 63 or something. Anyway, I was kind of going through my notes, which video to do today. Obviously, I chose this topic, but I didn't exactly know what to call this topic. I have the concept I want to speak about, but pre-prep tires, what now? All right. This concept is if you're going to a track and you're prepping multiple sets of tires in a different light, or light, is that the right terminology? Anyway, you're prepping different sets of tires with different prep. That's where I'm going with this. Well, the track that night may not require whatever prep you prepped another set of tires on. So let's, I don't know, Vega Yellows. We'll take Vega Yellows. Say I prepped a set with black sand, and I prepped a set with better than GoPro, and then I prepped a set with SST. I'm using the track tech line because that's what I use. But then I get to the track. It's a soft, heavy track. I'm not going to use the black sand, and I'm not going to use the SST, neither of which are ideal for that type of track. So I'm going to go with the better GoPro ones. Well, what happens with the black sand and the SST? What now? You raced the night, you did however you did, whatever, but now you have two unused sets of tires. What do you do with those? My suggestion, and the reason I even came up with this concept of this video is I get a lot of these questions. I get hey man, what do I do if I never touch that set of tires? If they never hit the track, you know, do I reapply prep? Do I reapply it as much, as little, as it, you know, all sorts of these questions. And I say, yes, reapply prep, but you have to keep things in scope. So if you're concerned about durometer drop, say not so much with the black sand doesn't really duro drop all that much, we'll take the SST set. If I had, say, prepped that set of Vegas with 3 to 4 wipes of SST prior to the racing night. So this is, you know, coming into the week leading into that race. I got 4 wipes of that on. They're just, you know, after the 4 wipes, they're set aside. Let them cure, let them be ready for that night. If, say, the next week I want to go to them, I might not go as heavy. Keeping duro in mind, I may only do 1 wipe just to freshen it up, because there's going to be an element of evaporation that happens off the surface of the tire. So unless it's dropping duro, and that's SST can do that, and you know a lot of the preps will, you have to keep that in mind. You don't want to go loading up a tire again. So if you give it 4 wipes this week, and then you decide, oh, I'm just going to hit them with the 4 wipes next week as well, you're going to see, I would assume, quite the significant duro drop, and that might not be your intent. You might not want that duro to be that low, so keep that in mind. What I'd say is maybe a wipe or 2 to refresh whatever prep it was that you put on, especially the black sand. I don't think that's really going to hurt anything. I dare say that I would probably wipe the black sand set a little heavier than I would an SST, because again, I'm not concerned about the duro drop with the black sand. It's just going to essentially build more bite, in my opinion. Black sand has a tendency to, if you get too much in the surface that it won't penetrate anymore, you'll know it gets this glazy look to it. It stops diving into the tread, and it just sits on top. You'll know what I'm talking about when you hit that mark. You go, oh, that's what Ben said. I guess that's enough black sand on that tread. To whereas SST, I've never over prepped per se, like that, or I won't say that. I don't want to say that's over prepped with a black sand, but with the SST, what you're going to do is you're going to start to see that duro drop. And like I said, it may be further than what you need for that track surface then. So as far as the other people may have a process here, other people may like to go ahead and resurface their tires to go ahead and remove that layer of prep and start fresh again for the next week. Now, it's a whole lot of work. For your, especially like a Saturday night racer, maybe if it's a, a big state race, if it's a money race, something like that, okay, go ahead and do that. Put them on your tire surfacer, give them a quick, lap disc, give them, 80 grit, 120 grit, whatever your process is, go ahead and remove that top layer. It'll at least remove most of what you put on there, and then you can go ahead and reapply for the next week. But for a Saturday night racer, for somebody that's going to the track every single week, I don't really suggest that. Not only it's a pain in the butt to do, you're gonna, your tires are going to wear out quicker because you're taking a layer of rubber off every time you surface them, and your tread depth is going to get lower and lower and lower. You're also wasting a whole bunch of prep, in my opinion. Just do four wipes, and then the next week grind it off and do 4 wipes again, and then grind it off and do, what if you never use those tires? The tread depth's just going to keep on getting lower and lower without actually getting them on the surface. So that's my suggestion, guys. You don't have to go crazy the following week. You don't have to go nuts. I mean, I have a whole bunch of tires that are, prepped down to a durometer, and that's where I like them at. And sometimes I'll give them a wipe or two just to knowing, what I had on them, to freshen up the prep that's on there. Wait till I get it track, decide, what duro I'm needing, how aggressive I need to be, what kind of pre-race wipe, and all the decisions you make prepping tires. I just wait until race day, but maybe with a wipe or two just to freshen that setup. So I hope this answered some questions for you guys. I was about to say you're going to see me, tomorrow night on the. Actually, this will launch Thursday, so you won't. I'll have been on, I'm going on Dirt's 360 TV. If you didn't catch it, you can find them on Facebook if I can link them down. I'm talking UAS stuff, so, the big engine Kart stuff. I'll be doing an interview with my friend out there at Dirt 360 TV, and I'm drawing a blank because I'm weird like that. When I go to say somebody's name, I feel bad because it just won't come out. And then I don't want to butcher his name and be like, that guy. So look for Dirt 360 TV on Facebook, and I'm sure that you're going to be able to, rewatch the episode where I get interviewed. Or if you happen to catch me, hi. I hope you enjoy the episode. So anyway, I really do appreciate you guys coming by, every single one of you. This channel is nothing without you, and I truly do appreciate every single one of you. So. Is that enough appreciation for one video? It probably is. All right, guys. I'll catch you later.